It seems like every other day people are seeing mysterious things in our sky. One of the issues we have at the moment is people can't seem to agree on what they are. We are living in strange times though. Going back 30 years ago, rarely would you get officials talking about mysterious things in our sky, but now it seems that the conversation has shifted. More officials are coming forward and questioning what these things are. According to some, UFOs have been witnessed in our sky for thousands of years, with researchers saying that things like old paintings and papyrus detail these reports, with some of them matching similar shaped crafts that are being seen in the modern day. High-up officials, pilots, military personnel, and even astronauts have opened up about their encounters, something that rarely happened a few decades ago. In fact, those that did speak out about these objects were often reprimanded, demoted, or in many cases losing their jobs completely. Some interesting photographs are currently being shared online that allegedly show a mysterious object in the shape of a disc. It's reported that this object came to the ground somewhere in Mexico, with locals saying that black helicopters and police were on the scene immediately. Residents though were able to get in there and take some photographs, with some reporting that officers had a hard time keeping people back. As with most of these photographs, it's important to keep an open mind, but like some of the residents said, if this was nothing, then why were they pushing people away with force? The photographs show what looked like a UFO in the shape of a disc, with others saying that when you zoom in on some of the images it looks like this thing crashed into the ground. Others agreed with this and said that whatever this thing is, it's clearly taken some damage, pointing out that a huge chunk of the craft is missing. Others noted that the craft was giving off a strange humming sound at the time it was recovered, with locals saying the area was heavily guarded. One person said the following: "This is interesting. Could this craft be something like a drone? It's quite small and looks the part. I'm sure that our military doesn't have anything in the shape of this. Also, the size of it is a big problem. If it was bigger, the argument could be made that an engine was inside, and this was part of a military test, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I definitely don't think it's a drone either. Never seen one in the shape of this. It could be the case that someone made this to look like a UFO, but if this was the case, why so many police? And why black helicopters?" End quote. Another person said this: "That dent in the front of the craft is interesting. It definitely doesn't look like this thing is made of weak material." End quote. Some UFO researchers who saw the images backed the idea of this thing being a scout, and said that these are the crafts that the majority of people see. They are small and nearly impossible to photograph. They said that something interesting went down in Mexico. UFO researchers also said that how the government handles UFO sightings throughout the area is much different than the United States, saying that it takes much longer for officials to get there, and this means that people who are close to the area are able to get in and take photographs. As with most of these images, believers said they don't really tell us much, with skeptics pointing out that although the images are interesting and seem to suggest that a UFO hit the ground, all we have is an object that looks to be in the shape of a UFO. We can't gather any more information for them. This isn't the only strange thing that happened in Mexico recently, with some residents saying that they've heard loud noises. Those who have heard it have described them as a loud boom, and say they don't sound like anything they've heard before. One resident close to Morlia said they heard the noise during the early hours of the morning. The woman said it was very loud, but it didn't sound like a typical explosion. She said the event happened at 1:15 AM on the 6th of April, and this was back in 2020. She went on to say that she heard it once more during the early hours of the morning. Other residents close to Mexico City back up these claims, saying that they heard the sounds around midnight. One man said the loud boom was high in the sky, and that whatever caused it was loud. He said that after the initial boom there was another strange noise that followed. He described it as sounding similar to a loud trumpet. It seems though that not many people reported this event. Only a few others came forward and reported the mysterious sound. Although a lot of people didn't hear it or witness it, others said this isn't the first time that an event like this has been reported. Even NASA got involved and said the following: "We could actually hear the typical strains of symphony in the sound of strange storms coming from our planet, and not an alien spaceship." End quote. UFO researchers though said that sometimes when strange objects are seen or picked up on radar, the military will send out jets to go and investigate, and sometimes these jets create loud booms, and this is what people are hearing. One person was not happy with the explanation that this is a natural occurrence, and said the following: "I have seen many theories regarding the mysterious sounds coming from the sky, and they're all very contradicting to one another. Various people would have us believe these sounds are a reoccurring natural phenomena, but if that were true, where is the documentation? Where's the proof this is happening all the time in nature? Not only that, but on other sites and organizations, along with personal statements from citizens, many would have us believe these noises are due to construction work and machinery. If that were true, then the company in control should have made a public statement regarding the noises, saying that it's them that are wreaking havoc around the world. There are no reliable facts or honest information regarding this unusual situation." End quote. So what do you make of these interesting photographs? Do you think they show a UFO, or could this be something from the military? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.